Welcome. Good evening. I was on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. And then you made big analysis, big one, big conversation because literally season-defining moment for team my friend FC Barcelona. Barca team here, we need a Spanish La Liga for the 28th time. Big one for Barcelona for Hansi Flick for doing it. That was the home of local rivals, team my friend Espanyol, and how good that they've been able to play in the games that they went on in there. No? Very, very successful game for team my friend FC Barcelona. I mean, it was a game not without a lot of the regular controversy in the innings, controversies by the conversation around the game, no, in common yama be ACC. In fact, first thing I see and he said just before Enra Sobekaya Madrid for the managed to get a win. So it meant that it was in the hands of FC Barcelona. Bisa Hansi Flick, also known as a coach there now, he wasn't too worried about Madrid matching. The focus was on a net match, away at team my friend Espanyol, and he knows that his boys had to win. And before the game, he was saying the boys know he are mentally in the right place to go in there and win their match. And there was nothing that was bothering or on any players. No, also share part of the Madrid game, and they were focused on making sure somebody team win your match. No, it was very, very important for them. That is what Brantia, your friend Hansi Flick captured the press before the game. They spoke about it to a very, very large extent. So I told you this morning, and on insurance said 2 seasons ago, with Xabi, Barca we need a Liga on the same stadium there, RCD Stadium in Cornellà, no? That is where Barca we need a Liga in the local derby away from home. It has happened again after 2 seasons or 3 years, and one of the things that Spanish Federation and the Spanish police are making sure somebody they say the tightened security, or security. And you lose to cry because no one say Espanyol for fans now. I'm betting you DM among some kakra. So they were very, very aggressive with security. I'm making sure security here very, very tight. I'm making sure people will be protected. But that did not go according to plan because somewhere in and around before the game, what happened was that BBC there was a mass attack outside the stadium with 7 ambulances full operational. To treat fans on me attack no obi at the car a chief fan nipa na e was stadium na more before say game never start. In fact time na game na start car referee by no obe catch the 2 coaches no e catch the 2 captains. They say game no be delay ni kakra because of what had happened outside. But the good news was that na bibia gidi said then sina injuries no said any major injuries. Side was just minor injuries, and another nipa no more involved in such situation, no. So it was a good thing, of course. I mean, slightly good news before the game could truly go on from there. In fact, Hansi Flick went into the game with a lineup that we were all expecting. Say he would go into the game with. The only thing is the center back player and expected so he still kept with the scheduling post, played Brantia friend Andres Christensen and Ronald Araujo. Of course, in the pre-match press conference, now, Hansi Flick in come say on the way a Barca for Escributia Brantia, your friend Ronald Araujo, and he protected him nicely. Or never share game him with Andres Christensen. It was only the second start, and Maka said young football to form in breaking lines near Bobo as a centre back there. ABR physicality never affecting Andres Christensen, but born in front of him money there. He's one of the best centre backs that you can get in that regard. Alejandro Balde, Babe Bobby at some point in time, like the 4th was in there, and then of course the Brantia friend Alejandro Balde, then Pedri, Frankie de Jong as a double pivot. Fiifi-Manfred, something that Barca were doing very, very well on that day. I think that very, very important given how Barca wanted to go into the game. To be very honest, it was a game where Barca needed to dominate and play well, based off how things have gone on and the fact that they wanted to make sure there will be no surprises, to make sure things were going to go on well. Starting lineup of Szczęsny, Araujo, Pedri, Lewandowski, Raphinha, Christensen, Lamine, Yamal, Dani Olmo, Frankie de Jong, Eric Garcia, and Gerardo Martin. Like I told you, that mass attack before the game was a good one. In fact, in the first half, Espanyol ninya the better chances. Omo be omo attack team your friend in Barcelona highline or got in behind a couple of times, but good saves from our brand here friend with the scheduling. And I mean, throughout the course of the season, I think that to an extent, the injury of our brand here friend of Marc-Andre ter Stegen has been a blessing in disguise for Barcelona, because when Marc-Andre ter Stegen got injured, Barcelona knew that they couldn't just rely on Inaki Peña, so they had to bring in another goalkeeper. And I don't know how Wojciech, maybe all kind of story of how Ana Ote in Puano or Poland or then the man in here, and he received a call through his agent from Barcelona, and he accepted to go in and do the job for them. Was he coming inside dressing room? No, who is saying crank crab, but Robert Lewandowski is somebody that made him settle, because we made him free Poland, only Polish internationals, and he went in there, he has settled in, and every Barcelona player in there said, oh, the Barca players are very important for Hansi Flick, or important for the Blaugrana, any of the colors now. You will not mention without mentioning Brandt friend will just scheduling. And then on a night where Barca needed to get a job done, no, again, Brandt friend will just scheduling was super instrumental in how he got a job done, in how he contributed to the game. In fact, like I said, in the openings of the game, no, Brandt friend will just scheduling to keep Barca in it. He made sure that Barca will have what it takes. He made sure that Barca will stay in the game as long as possible, because not in but the thing is that Barca in this match, our boy against team friend Espanyol were fighting for total security to stay in the league. Espanyol for any totally safe from relegation. Into matching to try and make sure that by the time Bobo born a winner, normal can win your points and also when a winner, say they will not be relegated this season, then they will be totally secure. But it wasn't something that was to happen, because Barcelona also wanted to win the Spanish La Liga. In the second half, of course, whilst in the first half, Espanyol falling had some very good openings, tried to create chances against Barcelona and then get a job done against them. I think that the person that took center stage in the second half, and then they catch us a cool interview, and all the things he said over there, and they say, and we are seeing the most complete, the best player we are seeing, Brandt friend Lamine Yamal. Now, he likes to watch Lamine Yamal because you're confident. He goes about his job on Fabi Bian. He just does his thing. I mean, or Fabona, he just runs at people. He takes the pace of the game, create chances, create separation. And again, in a game that was a deciding night for Barca season, all throughout the season, Barca needed one person. And again, our brand friend Lamine Yamal, he stood up, he was counted, got a job done against him, your friend FC Barcelona. And you give him loads of the credit. Why Juma throughout the season. I mean, a 17-year-old who almost every time Barca will be down and they need somebody, he picks it up. Again, from the right hand side, or cutting onto his strong foot. But Makani several times. And one of the reasons why Lamine has been very, very good in cutting in is that there is always movement without the ball. From Frankie de Jong, from Dani Olmo, from Pedri, and sometimes even from our branch friend Jules Koundé when he's fit and he's playing. There is always movement without the ball. And that's exactly what happened in there. When there was movement without the ball, and then our branch your friend Dani Olmo could go, our branch friend Lamine Yamal could pick up the ball and then cut it onto his left foot and then get a job done. I don't know where you're Barcelona. I don't know how you are going to rank your season out of 10. If you're a Barcelona fan, how are you ranking your season out of 10? Is it a 9? Is it a 10? Is it an 8? Is it a 7? Is it a 6? Because Barca had 3 trophies this season. The Supercopa de España, Barca had the Copa del Rey, was also Liga, and it tells you that Barca Forum are in a good place. Again, say Barca is supposed to push one player for Ballon d'Or now. Where Barca, who are you pushing? Raphinha, or what numbers not to deliver? I will deliver on the numbers conversation, or is it going to be a branch friend Lamine Yamal? Or also when it has mattered most has been the inspiring focal point of view for Team Friend FC Barcelona. Who are you pushing? I want to hear that in our comment section. Where Barcelona near Mami who Raphinha and our common and Lamine Yamal. Again, how are you rating your season as a Barca fan out of 10? Again, in the course of the game, my branch your friend Femi Lopez again got a second goal and literally put the icing on the cake. Espanyol Fona had gotten the red card by the time not Femi Lopez about the goal, but they wouldn't mind. Barca Fona will not mind. The most important thing was winning the game. And again, Barca Fona share no more call towards the Espanyol fans and see play catch ups at derby. Stay away from that. Let us finish the game and go away. And Femi deserves a higher role in the team next season. I think that this season, Hansi Flick, Barca can say a big thank you to him. We deliver the La Liga, we deliver the Supercopa de España, we deliver the Copa del Rey, semi-final of the Champions League. The team actually 150 plus goals this season. Contract renewal, I know you're obvious, Barca at the man. Winning the title against Espanyol in the stadium was the best way to end the league campaign. Barca are La Liga champions, and that is quality stuff that you see from Team My Friend FC Barcelona. Literally went into the game, dominated play, played some quality football all through, stamped their authority in the match, and that has been done. I think that all throughout the season, I've been saying one of the reasons why Barcelona have been very successful is because throughout the game, throughout the season, the mental fortitude of Barcelona, when they are not winning a game, when they are drawing, when they are down, consistently, Barcelona have always kept it together. They've kept it together. And that is why, even when games are very difficult for them, against some of the most difficult teams to play against, like Madrid, Monia, they still be able to come back and then get the win that they are supposed to get. And a little piece of record, Lamine Yamal already has the same number of La Liga trophies as Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo, winning La Liga, Lamine Yamal, winning as it stands now. In a game against Espanyol, Lamine Yamal was the man of the match, and the job was done over the Athletic Club. I qualified for the Champions League also for the very first time for 11 years now. Team My Friend Athletic Club de Bilbao, and so I qualified. I got the Champions League, I will something that is very, very good. The 7 goals scored by Lamine Yamal versus Benfica, versus Atletico de Madrid, versus Netherlands, Borussia Dortmund, Inter, Real Madrid, and Espanyol, all of them in the last 7 goals scored by Lamine Yamal. Obviously, cuts in from there. I don't know, who do you think and a man of the match for this game? Abrantia, your friend Lamine Yamal, and I say Abrantia, your friend. At the end of the day, would you give man of the Ballon d'Or winner to Lamine Yamal, and also the Abrantia friend Raphinha? How is it going to be like? Who is the man over there, the main guy that will want him to do the job, to get a job done for you over there in terms of the conversation? Our team, My Friend FC Barcelona. But the big one is that Barcelona have gotten the job done. They've gotten the job done. They've won the Spanish La Liga, and then they deserve everything. I mean, an excellent season from Hansi Flick. The past month from Lamine Yamal has been something straight out of blockbuster. Madrid, Inter, Madrid again, then a dagger to win the title. Generational footballer, but even that feels like selling him short. Barcelona have been super. Only fitting that goal contribution tonight became directly from La Masia. Femi Lopez, Lamine Olmo. Femi Lopez, Lamine Olmo. Everything from La Masia. They are so rattled. Tell me this isn't way sweeter than having won it yesterday. Exactly what I was talking about. Barcelona are champions already. There's nothing that anybody can do. They played some good one over there for Tima. Very, very good stats for Team My Friend FC Barcelona. I mean, it has been a super season. First half was very intense. Espanyol were playing for pride and doing so in the most dangerous way. Still, Barcelona were a little bit too better, but at the end of the day, my idea, Espanyol for come, and in doing the job, the job that was done there, it has gotten a lot of credit from almost everybody that watched the game. For me, it has been a super game from Team My Friend FC Barcelona, and congratulations to them. Congratulations to Barca. Congratulations to Barca and Juma Mayeno. All season, they've gotten the job done. They've gotten the job done. And percentage of champions at the start of the season, not Barca. Madrid were 86%. Barca were 10.3%. Now Atletico Madrid were 2.2%. Of course, Barca for in a season where they had to dig deep and get a job done. They've gotten the job done. After the game, Pedri said Lamine scored 2 goals during the warm-up today. and that were just like the one he scored in the match. We are lucky to have him. We need to take good care of him, of course. As a 17-year-old boy there, Barca really has to take very, very good care of Raphinha, your friend Lamine Yamal, over there for him. He has been super, super, super important for Team friend FC Real Madrid over there. Madrid for honestly, congratulations to Barcelona for winning the 2024-2025 season. Espanyol turned on the pitch sprinklers to ensure Barca don't celebrate on the pitch. But of course, Barca for do not care. They are celebrating and they are getting the job done. Lamine Yamal adds another feather to his trophy cabinet. The boy has been winning for Spain, for Barcelona. Everybody, their friend Lamine Yamal has been winning constantly throughout the games. Barcelona champions for the 28th time in the club history. Everything is going their way. And Madrid have congratulated Team my friend FC Barcelona over there, how the seasons have gone. Pretty say we have started celebrating loud in the dressing room. You don't get to experience this every day. Let's enjoy it. That's exactly what my brand friend Pedro Gonzalez people are saying that with 56 goal contributions now and counting, 3 trophies including domestic treble, a semi-final appearance in the Champions League, Raphinha is making a strong case for the Ballon d'Or. If Raphinha gets the chance at the Ballon d'Or. I mean, if they had gone on straight to the Champions League final, yeah, most likely that conversation would have been yes. But of course, we'll see how things are going to pan out for the rest of the teams. No boys know the Champions League final. No, we'll see how things are going to go on from there. Barca stands now there. Congratulations, FC Barcelona. We'll draw the curtain here. We'll talk more about Barca's win and in other games. Until then, do take care. Bye bye.